Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, Diddy is finally sentenced.
And a naval ship that crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge last May finally takes off again.
Plus, the second annual Dream Big Career Fair at SUNY Oswego takes place tomorrow.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Eliza Hopkins.
And I'm Hannah Katz.
Are you looking for an internship, job, or graduate school? The second annual Dream Big Career Fair will take place tomorrow in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena in Convocation Hall. It is from 4 to 7 p.m. and will be open to all students and alumni. The event will be filled with employers and graduate school representatives.
Students will be able to network, explore potential job opportunities, and ask questions. This event is for all students who are curious about available opportunities, want to plan ahead, or are job hunting. Organizers recommend that students bring their resume and check their Oswego email to see the guide for appropriate attire. A flu shot clinic will take place this Wednesday in the Sweatman Gym. Student, faculty, and staff will be able to get both flu and COVID shots during the event. It will take place from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and registration is available through the SUNY Oswego website. Walk-ins are welcome, but appointments are encouraged. An insurance card is required for vaccination, and those under 18 must submit a parental consent form.
Are you registered to vote? Vote Oswego is holding an information session that will give students and faculty the chance to get registered. The event will take place tomorrow, October 7th, from 12 to 4 p.m. and will be held in the Marano Campus Center Chu Atrium. Vote Oswego is a nonpartisan group that is passionate about informing Oswego students about civic engagement.
The CNY Pumpkin Fest took place over this weekend. Thousands of people gathered at Washington Square Park to welcome in this fall tradition. Dozens of local vendors had things for sale, and people enjoyed live music, amusement rides, and more. It was one of the most well-attended pumpkin festivals since 2021.
Are you looking for an interesting way to make new friends on campus?
Our reporter Alexis Jimenez covered a unique SUNY Oswego club.
Have a free Saturday? Feeling stressed out? Well, look no further. SUNY Oswego's very own Blaster Club is welcoming all skill levels to join. Here's what I got from one of their weekly Nerf battles. The Blaster Club was definitely a blast and a great way to stay active. Hopefully I see you there next Saturday. That's all for me. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Alexis. Hannah, please tell me why it's still so hot in October?
I don't know, but our chief meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald, will answer our questions.
Thanks, guys. Yes, we have been having those temperatures. It really did feel like 80 degrees. And summer, again, it's supposed to be fall. Tuesday, we're going to have some quick thunderstorms coming up. However, the temperatures are going to drop. So for some of you, I know you're looking forward to fall. Some of you might not, but those temperatures are going to drop. And I'll have my full forecast coming up, including a fall break forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Aurora. Earlier this morning, there was a motorcycle crash on Route 5, just east of the village of Elbridge. Motorcyclist Mark Clements, age 60, crashed into the front driver's side of a Ford Explorer from Florida, owned by Elizabeth Shapiro, age 32. Shapiro was starting to turn onto Route 5 when Clements' bike smashed into her SUV. Clements was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, but is now stable.
Parents of New York City children are becoming vocal about deaths from a dangerous game and the prevention efforts taking place. This past weekend, 2 young girls playing a subway surfing game turned fatal, adding to the numerous cases of similar incidents. Public awareness campaigns, new technology making trains harder to climb on top of, along with the cameras and sensors are being used to stop subway surfers.
This past Saturday, the Mexican ship that was infamously crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge is setting sail back home. The voyage marks the end of the 6-month stay in New York City for repairs. 300 people lined Pier 86, singing, dancing, and waving goodbye as the vessel sailed away to begin its 35-day voyage back to Cozumel, Mexico. The farewell honored the 2 cadets who lost their lives and the first responders who assisted in the tragic accident.
A federal judge has sentenced Sean Combs to 4 years and 2 months in prison. The jury acquitted Sean Combs on racketeering and sex trafficking, but was convicted on lesser counts of prostitution. Prosecutors pushed for 11 years in prison, while defense fought for 14 months. Before Combs was sentenced, he begged the judge for mercy and apologized for his actions. Combs' defense attorney said the sentencing was, quote, un-American, and they have a basis to appeal.
Still ahead tonight, the latest developments with domestic National Guard deployments.
Plus, an update on a potential deal between Israel and Hamas. Stay tuned to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. Taking a look at our current conditions for Oswego, currently 62 degrees, dew point at 57, humidity is at 80%, so it might feel a little bit sticky out there. Pressure is high. We have pretty clear skies for tonight. You're probably going to see some clouds and wind southeast at 2 miles per hour, not breezy at all. Taking a look at our futurecast. By Tuesday at 10 a.m., we're going to have showers move in. These high temperatures are still going to prevail. We see 72 up in Fulton, and then we have 75 in Syracuse. It's going to still feel pretty warm. As these showers come in, they're going to last all day Tuesday. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rainy day, and then Wednesday going to 9 a.m. as you're heading out the door, those temperatures will drop to 55 degrees in Fulton. Same just around Oswego as well. The clouds will dissipate, storm will move away. And here's where we're going to see those temperatures. We see 49 as you're heading out. As you're heading out in your evening in Fulton, it's going to be 49 degrees. We're seeing even 41 degrees, 42 degrees in Cooperstown. So this is where those temperatures are going to fall. We're even going to get into the 30s like here in Tupper Lake. Now, it is finally fall. I love full foliage, especially in upstate New York. Taking a look at our fall colors forecast. This is specifically around the Oswego area. Depending on where you are in New York State, you're going to see different patches of fall foliage in the Adirondacks, in Oswego, in close to New York City. So right now we have currently, it's a little patchy on Oswego. We're still seeing some green trees. Some trees, they're starting to change color, but they're not quite there yet. In 1 week, we should be near peak. And then as we go down, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should be at peak. So that is the perfect time to go out, go to the pumpkin patches, go out with your families and friends, and you'll see those beautiful, beautiful colors. And then in about 4 weeks, unfortunately, we'll be past the peak, and the leaves will be starting to lose the trees will be starting to lose their leaves, and vice versa. Taking a look at Thursday p.m. to Friday a.m., you might see a little bit of frost. We're going down to the temperatures of the high 30s, so we're not reaching that freezing temperature yet. But after those rains come in, you're probably going to have a quick scrape on your windshield, and make sure you do that to make sure nothing is obscured with your eyesight, to make sure that road conditions and your eyesight is clear for when you're driving within safe travels. And taking a look at our extended forecast, Tuesday, again, we have 70 degrees. We're going to have those thunderstorms quickly come in. Wednesday, there is a chance of showers, but they're going to dissipate throughout the day. Thursday is when we see those temperatures drop dramatically. We go from 70 to 58 and then 52. We even see that 36 as a low. That's when you're going to probably want to scrape your windshields. And I hope everybody has very safe travels for their fall break. Take a look at this. Your fall break is going to be lovely. You have sun after sun after sun. Partly cloudy. You're going to see a little clouds move in. But that's not too shabby, right? We still have pretty good temperatures. It's fall. We got 65, 64, a little lower for the 46 and 48 temperatures, so you're definitely going to need your coat. But fall has finally decided to show up. That is my full weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Aurora. Last night, a federal judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deploying California National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon. This comes one day after the same judge blocked Oregon troops from being deployed, and Oregon officials are voicing their disapproval of Trump's actions. Texas has also been ordered to send troops to Portland, with that deployment status currently uncertain. Portland and Chicago are the most recent targets of Trump's domestic National Guard deployments. Protests have erupted in those two cities as local residents and officials object to the National Guard deployment and ramped up immigration enforcement efforts.
With the ongoing legal battle in Portland and today's lawsuit by Illinois officials, Ivan Rodriguez has more on the latest developments.
Tensions are high in two Democrat-led cities as the Trump administration continues to step up its immigration enforcement efforts. Over the weekend, protests sparked in Chicago after President Donald Trump authorized 300 members of the Illinois National Guard to, quote, protect federal officers and assets. This comes over the objections of Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker.
If they're not going to focus on the worst of the worst, which is what the president said they were going to do, they need to get the heck out. What they ought to do is allow us to work with FBI, ATF, DEA, who are civilian law enforcement and understand how to target and take out the bad guys.
In Oregon Sunday, a Trump-appointed federal judge expanded on a more narrow ruling that prevented the Trump administration from sending Oregon National Guard troops to the state's largest city. This came after officials in Oregon and California objected in court to Trump reassigning federalized Guard troops in Los Angeles to Portland.
All you have to do is look at the television, turn on your television, read your newspapers. It's burning to the ground. The governor, the mayor, the politicians are petrified for their lives.
Mr. President,
and you have a judge like that, that judge ought to be ashamed of himself.
The temporary restraining order now blocks National Guard troops from anywhere in the country to Portland.
There's no need for military intervention in Oregon. There's no insurrection in Portland. There's no threat to national security. Oregon is our home. It is not a military target.
The Trump administration plans to appeal the judge's decision. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Portland and Chicago are the fourth and fifth cities that Trump has ordered National Guard troops to be deployed to following Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and Memphis.
President Trump's 20-point roadmap for peace is being discussed by negotiators. It would call for an immediate end to the war and would give Hamas 3 days to release all Israeli hostages. Following that, Israel would release 200 prisoners and 1,700 detainees. Israel would also eventually withdraw from Gaza. This is the first time that Israel has openly agreed to the idea.
Prominent climate activist Greta Thunberg and many other activists have arrived in Greece after being deported by Israeli authorities. 450 activists were aboard the global Sumid flotilla of 40 vessels carrying aid towards Gaza. Israeli authorities arrested them upon their arrival as Israeli as Israel is maintaining a complete naval blockade on the Gaza Strip. Many activists remain in Israeli custody, with some of those deported claiming mistreatment during their arrests.
When WTOP-10 nightly news continues, inhalers may be causing air pollution. Find out why.
Plus, a massive recall on chicken corn dogs. Find out what caused the recall.
All that and more coming up on WTOP-10 nightly news.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly, sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news, the acting CDC director wants the measles, mumps, and rubella, or MMR vaccine, to be split into 3 different shots. This comes several days after President Donald Trump called for the separation on X. The MMR vaccine has been approved since 1971, and the CDC says there's no evidence supporting separating the shots. The vaccine is typically given as 2 shots, one at 1-year-old and the other between 4 and 6 years old.
A new study revealed that inhalers may cause climate change. In 1 year, inhalers were found to cause as much air pollution as 500,000 cars. The amount of air pollution from inhalers was also equal to over 470,000 homes. Experts say it is not the medication, but rather the hydrofluorocanes, or HFAs, in inhalers that cause climate change. Over 1.6 billion inhalers have been given out in the U.S. the last 10 years.
Foster Farms has recalled nearly 4 million pounds of chicken corn dogs. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the chicken corn dogs may contain pieces of wood inside the batter. The recall includes all chicken corn dogs sold from July 30th to August 4th. The United States Drug Association has reported 5 injuries from the chicken corn dogs so far. The chicken corn dogs were sent to stores across the U.S. as well as schools nationwide.
3 scientists have been awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for their breakthrough research regarding immune system tolerance. American scientists Mary Bronkow and Fred Ramsdell, along with Japanese scientist Shimon Sakaguchi, were awarded the prize at the start of the week-long Nobel Prize ceremony. The trio found critical information about how regulatory T cells work with the immune system to protect us from microbes trying to enter the body.
Now to the court, where the Oswego women's volleyball squad has been on a phenomenal winning streak in SUNYAC Conference volleyball.
WTOP-10 sports reporter Nick Stetter has more.
Thank you so much, Eliza and Hannah. Oswego's volleyball team has been on an amazing winning streak recently, with 4 wins in a row and 3 in SUNYAC Conference play. One of those wins includes a great showing against SUNY New Paltz, which snapped a 0-17 losing streak that dated back to 2002. The Lakers ended up sweeping New Paltz 3-0 for a historic win. And their most recent win comes from this past Saturday on Senior Day when they were matched up against SUNY Oneonta. The Lakers trailed in the first set by 5 3 consecutive times, but a valiant effort and many crucial kills from sophomore Priscilla McReynolds and senior Kali Vukdevin secured the first set for the Oswego Lakers. The second set was mainly all Oswego with a little bit of a run from the Red Dragons, but 2 service aces each from senior Gabriella Bishop and sophomore Maya Bush gave the Lakers the second set of the game. Oneonta were not out of it just yet. They persevered through a 2-0 deficit to win the third set 25-19. However, Oswego finished the match off with a 40.5 hitting percentage in the fourth set from junior Grace Doven and sophomore Gigi Basile, ending the final set with a score of 25-18. The Lakers look to continue their impressive winning streak in their match against Nazareth Tuesday at 6 p.m. And coming up, new inductees enter the Oswego Athletics Hall of Fame and 2 major disappointments for major New York teams. Our full sports coverage with Eddie McAlpine is right after this.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Crits. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say. No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News with your sports report for tonight. I'm Eddie McAlpine. Starting things off with soccer, the women's team kicked off their weekend with a dominant win over SUNY Morrisville in their third conference game of the season. It was a chilly Saturday, but it didn't take the Lakers long to heat up. Just 4 minutes into the game, it was senior Courtney Key scoring the first goal of the afternoon. And just 2 minutes later, junior Kyla Susted scored the Lakers' second goal of the game. Oswego scored 3 more goals before the half, and it was all Lakers from there. Sophomore Sabrina Schmidt scored 2 second-period goals en route to a 9-3 Lakers victory. Next up for women's soccer, they will take on the Cortland Red Dragons, a Wednesday night conference matchup at Laker Turf Stadium. Well, from the soccer pitch to the pitching wedge, this afternoon the men's golf team closed out the Nazareth Fall Invitational. The Lakers secured first place at Locust Hill Country Club, led by freshman Jack Hayes. He shot +7 for a score of 79 today and ended the 2-day tournament shooting only 8 over par. As a team, the Lakers shot 37 over and held an 11-stroke lead to claim the team title. Coming up next for the Laker golf team, the Empire 8 Fall Championship starting this Sunday, October 12th. Also happening this weekend, SUNY Oswego proudly welcomed 4 new inductees to the Athletics Hall of Fame. Joining the prestigious Hall of Fame, the 2025 class included William T. Orlando, Kelly McCaffrey, Bridget Smith, and the 1965 men's wrestling team. The 4 inductees were honored at a wonderful ceremony in the Sheldon Ballroom on Saturday. On behalf of Oswego Athletics, congratulations to the Hall of Fame class of 2025. Now, over to the baseball diamond. After advancing to the divisional round, the New York Yankees find themselves in some trouble against their AL East rival Toronto Blue Jays in the divisional series. After losing Game 1 on Saturday and Game 2 yesterday, the Yankees now face an elimination game tomorrow night. Through the first 2 games, the Jays have outscored the Yankees 23-8. It was Vlad Guerrero Jr. crushing a grand slam in Game 2, leading Toronto to a 2-game series lead. Game 3 will be at Yankee Stadium, an 8:08 first pitch for some Wednesday night baseball. That's tomorrow. Now over to the NFL, some Sunday night football for you. The Bills taking on the Patriots in Orchard Park last night. It was a slow start from both teams. It leaves it tied at 3 apiece just before half with a minute to go. It's Drake May firing a strike downfield to Hunter Henry, a 22-yard completion, giving the Pats some life. They would go into the half up 6-3. Josh Allen relatively quiet so far. He'll hit Curtis Samuel out of the backfield for the touchdown. Samuel's first touchdown of the season and the Bills' first touchdown of the game. Buffalo takes the lead now 10-6. Pats get the ball back. It's May off the play action. He's rolling right, and he'll launch a one down the sideline to Stephon Diggs. A great catch by the former Bill. And then Ramondre Stevenson here coming up. He'll finish this one off with a touchdown. There you see him punch it through the goal line. The Pats will now hold a 3-point lead. Stevenson will finish the game with 2 touchdown. Ball now back in Allen's hands. 2nd and 13. He'll throw across the middle, and he's picked off. It's the return specialist, Marcus Jones, making a play on defense. A rare mistake by Allen at the end of the third. Pats get the turnover and keep the momentum. Now it's May on 2nd and 11. He'll drop back, and he'll find Stephon Diggs on a nice hitch route here. Diggs will turn it upfield. He's taken down at the 5-yard line. Finished the game with 10 catches for 146 yards. A great revenge game for the receiver. Moments later, it's Ramondre Stevenson again. His 2nd touchdown of the night. That'll put the Pats up 2 scores, and they never look back. Pats win this one 23-20. Bills lose their first game of the season, and they move to 4-1 overall on the year.
Thank you, Eddie. Stick around for tonight's fantastic weather phenomenon right after this.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
sister. If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
Surface is this? Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh, boy!
only on WTOP.
There will be a full moon tonight.
But not just any full moon, a supermoon.
The supermoon will come as the autumn equinox is underway.
The supermoon will be visible at night. Stick your head out the window, and if you know what direction the sky is, you should be able to find it.
That's beautiful. Might have to go and try and find that.
Yeah.
Eddie, do you have a final sports report for us?
I do. I've got some Monday Night Football for you. It's the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Chiefs up 14-7 right now with the 2-minute warning. Patrick Mahomes has a touchdown through the air. It was Kelsey receiving it. Pacheco also punched one in on the ground as well. They are just about to halftime, but that's all the time I have for tonight.
That's a report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for the DK Experience. Thank you for watching.